All right. So this is a little crazy. I did my show at 12:05 like I always do. But for the very first time, I decided to try to do the live video within an event posting. And it wasn't until after I did that that I realized that now the video is not showing up kind of in my normal Facebook feed like it usually does, but it may be hidden behind this event. So I thought, what the hell? Let's just do it all over again. So Daryl Sweeney back again for the second time today, but I want to get this information out there because it's a topic I'm excited about and something that's so simple that can change so much for you that I felt like I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't just take a little extra time, re-record the video and do it live, not behind the event wall, but out here on my main page. So what I want to talk about today is consistency, right? And it is something that has changed everything for me. And it's something that I believe can change things for you too. The topic for today is game-changing consistency. So you guys know I always start with a question. Here's my question for you today. What is an area in your life or in your business where adding a dose of consistency can make a big impact? And I know you have them. I know we all do. So I want to see you hit the comments and let me know where in your life will adding consistency make a difference for you, right? Be it in your business at work, be it at home, doesn't matter. Where in your life? What's the first thing that comes to mind? What is the area in your life where adding some consistency can make a big impact? Right? And I want us to think about it. I want us to think about that area and I want to see them start to populate in the comments. Some of you are watching this live right now, right? So I want to see you answer in the comments, where in your life can consistency make an impact? Right? And if you're watching a video, if you're watching this recorded, if you're watching this 6 months from now, I still want to see those comments roll in, right? Because I think the first step in this thing is that awareness, right? So for us to be thinking about this, for us to be adding it to the comments, we're thinking about what that looks like for us. Why am I so adamant about this? Because consistency has changed everything for me, right? I'm achieving goals in my personal life. I'm achieving goals in my professional life. I'm seeing it everywhere, right? In this coaching business that I've launched, consistency is driving things really, really quickly that I never thought possible. So we'll start personal, right? For me, it wasn't until I truly added consistency to diet and exercise that I started seeing the pounds melt off. And as much as I love being able to say, hey, I lost 80 pounds. I'm 80 pounds lighter. I'm feeling stronger. I'm fitter. I feel better. I love that story. It's not because I found a secret diet. It's not because I found the silver bullet. It was me doing several little things consistently and stacking them up over a long period of time that has me where I am. Right? I mean, I think about my cycling. Many of you know that I love to get out on the bike. I do a lot of charity rides for cystic fibrosis and the stuff we're doing with Samuel Strong. But when I did my first century ride, it wasn't because I can just pedal for days and days and days. It's because leading up to that, I did a whole bunch of 5 mile rides and then they became 10 and 15 and 20 and 40 and 50, right? So it took consistent time in the saddle over a long period of time that allowed me to hit that 100 mile ride and do it so successfully, right? So when I think about the coaching business, you all are seeing the consistency now, right? You all know that I do these videos each week. You all are getting my emails each week. And if you're not, jump over to darylsweeney.com and make sure you're on the list, right? So you're getting my emails. You see my social media posts, right? Some things you may not know is that I'm consistently reaching out to people who are in other industries to try to form partnerships, to try to explore how to get in front of their audience and invite them in front of mine, to look for opportunities to spread my message, to grow this business, to let people know what I'm doing who may not know me. Right? Something else you may not know is every single week I sit in a meeting with other dedicated individuals and we talk about where our business is. We talk about how we can help each other. We talk about how do we bring leads and referrals to the table so that we're all working on behalf of one another, right? And because we're committed to doing it each week, it's not that one week leads to any of us getting in front of a lot more people or warm introductions and referrals into other folks, but by doing that consistently, there is a steady flow of conversations that are coming from that activity. So being consistent can drive so much, right? You think about the way we learn. And I think about all the things that I bring to my clients to help them achieve the insights and the outcomes that they're looking for. It's not because there's some book on my shelf or some podcast or thing I listened to once that has equipped me to do what I do, right? But I'm always listening to audiobooks and podcasts and reading and all kinds of information that I'm bringing in each and every week that is building my knowledge base, that is building my experience, that is showing me new tools and new approaches and new questions, new things we can do to drive the outcomes we want to drive, right? So when you think about consistency, I can't help it, but I think about sports. I'm a sports guy. I love sports. I watch it all. It sometimes drives my wife crazy, sometimes has me up too late, but sports are my thing, right? And so when I think about consistency, the question comes, do you want to be the pitcher that throws a no-hitter? Right? And we've all seen it. They throw their no-hitter, they throw their glove in the air, all the players mob them, and it's a great moment. Right? So we can be that guy or that girl. Or do you want to be the person who is consistently, right, giving up fewer runs than everybody else? The person with a 2.0, 2.3 GPA, or not GPA, but ERA, so that they're just not giving up runs. I'm willing to bet that the person with the low ERA is making a lot more money than the person who might go out and throw an occasional no-hitter, right? If you can do both, great. But if you can't, I'm taking the low ERA every time, right? And I think for a lot of us, we're so stuck on perfection. And I know you hear that message from me a lot, but we're stuck on perfection. And that stops us from getting consistent, right? We say, look, I've built a perfect plan, right? I'm going to go to the gym an hour a day, every single day, Monday through Saturday, right? But if we only have 45 minutes, we might skip the gym altogether. Right? Throw perfection out the window and just show up consistently. Show up for 30 minutes if you can't show up for 60. Right? Show up for 20 if you can't show up for 30. Right? What do you need to do at work? Do you have a sales goal out there where you want to get out and you want to open some new doors? Well, make those 3 sales calls a day. But if you can't make 3, if you're tight on time, for God's sake, don't make 0. Right? Still find the time to make 1, to make 2. And this isn't an excuse to do less. But I'm willing to bet that if you're consistently showing up, if you're consistently putting in the time and the effort behind these things, even when we can't do them perfectly, you're going to see results over time, right? So that's my challenge today, right? Short and sweet. I'm challenging each and every one of you to run head first into consistency, right? Leave perfection aside. Run head first into consistency. Again, if you haven't hit the comments, tell me one thing you want to do this week. Make a commitment. Right? Put it out there publicly. Tell me one thing you want to do this week. One area, one thing personally, professionally, whatever, where you want to be more consistent. You're going to be more consistent. And let me know a week from now the impact that's had. What have you learned? What have you done? Where are you seeing results that just a week earlier you may not be seeing them? This is such a big part of the work I do with my clients and such a big key to the outcomes they achieve. Right? And I believe it can be the same thing for you. To that end, as I often do, I've put together a short download which really drives home 5 keys to greater consistency, right? And this will apply to you personally, it'll apply to you professionally, it'll apply anywhere in your life. I will drop that link into the comments as soon as I'm done. But that's my challenge. Find one area, pick one area that you're going to be consistent this week, and then show up. Even when you can't show up perfectly, show up, right? Hopefully this video was helpful for you. This is why I do it. I love getting this information out there. I love the feedback and the comments I get from folks telling me what they've learned, how they're applying some of the knowledge we're dropping. So hopefully this is helpful for you. And if you think it can be helpful for somebody else, tag them in the comments. Let them know. Share it on your page. Help me get the message out there, right? Check me out at darylsweeney.com and know that there's a ton of ways to contact me here on this platform, over on the website. Whatever it is, I look forward to hearing from you. Talk to you next week.